Since I have started talking about budgeting on this channel, I have been asked numerous times if my family follows a zero balance budget. So that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Hey you guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to the Gold Project. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you decide to become a part of our community by clicking that red subscribe button below. Also hit that bell notification so you are informed every time I post videos. I post videos at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this channel, we have a mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. So I hope you decide to click that red subscribe button and to become a part of our community and our mission. Before we get into talking about a zero balance budget or a zero based budget, some people call it zero balance, some people call it zero based. Same thing. I wanted to look up the definition. So I wanted us to all be on the same page with what the term means. So a zero balance budget or a zero based budget is a method of budgeting in which all expenses must be justified for each new period. So what that means is every dollar is accounted for. So it goes towards something. Could be groceries or gas or entertainment or eating out, but every dollar in your account has a purpose. For us, we tried this for a while. So in the beginning in 2018, when we started our budgeting journey, we were going to be all about the budget. We were going to set this zero-based budget or zero balance budget, and we were going to stick with it. Then reality hit and we were not able to keep up with it. So how we did it was we would get paid. I would pay all of the bills. So every bill got paid right when we got paid. And then what was left, I would tell my husband, and he had created this massive Excel document with all of these categories, gas and groceries and eating out. I had a category, he had a category, then I want to say we had a miscellaneous. So he would take the leftover and he would divide it up into each one of these categories. So every dollar in our checking account went to a category. We just couldn't keep up with it because I had the checkbook register. I had everything written down, and then he had to update the Excel document. So as I balanced the checkbook, I was writing it down, and then I would have to tell him what it was, and then he would have to log it in an Excel document. And zero balance budgets are great, but they're not one size fits all. So budgeting, I think, gets really confused. Budgeting does not mean one definition for everybody. So the zero-based budget did not work for us. It was way too tedious and we could not keep up with it. And it made the budgeting process very stressful and time-consuming. And it was almost like we were going to give up before we even started. So it frustrated us so much and it was just too much for us. But that doesn't mean that it's not great for you. So you have to find your budgeting method and budgeting style and go with it. I don't even think our budgeting style has a name. So what we do is we will get paid the 10th and the 25th of every month. And I have a printable, my monthly bill tracker. I will link that video in a card above if you want to know how that works. It is a document I've used since 2014, and it's my #1 tip for budgeting. And I will talk about starting to budget in a few weeks and talk about where you start. So also I will link to my 2020 budget planner. Those two things are vital. They go hand in hand. Every 10th, every 25th, I pull out both of these to use to get us all squared away for that pay period. I will pull out from the 10th drawer or pull out from the 25th drawer my monthly bill tracker. and everything that's listed under the 10th or everything that's listed under the 25th gets paid immediately. Even the snowball. Everything is accounted for on day 1 of payday. Then whatever is left over after that is what we have to work with until we get paid again. And I've had this question: if you don't work on a zero balance budget, how do you make sure you don't go over the amount left in your checking account? We've done this long enough that we kind of know how much groceries are going to cost. We kind of know how much gas is going to cost. And we don't go overboard most of the time. I will tell you, in the beginning, especially when Kate was starting with cheer 30 minutes away. So when Kate started doing cheer, she was here in town. And then after 2 years, we moved to a bigger gym that is 25 minutes away. So every time she had cheer practice, we were going through Chick-fil-A or going through Sonic to get her food. So those little fees were adding up. So that is one thing that was causing us at the beginning to go over our budget, and we had to kind of tame it down. But we just know whatever we have after we pay bills is what we have to work with. So we go to the grocery store with a list, and we do not buy more than what we're gonna eat in 1 week. So very rarely do we just go out and get random food at the grocery store. We never just, oh, I'm gonna put this in the basket, I'm gonna put this in the basket, I'm putting this in the basket, I'm putting this in the basket. Our grocery shopping is pretty repetitive. It's almost the same. We almost spend the same thing every single week. We're not people that really go out and try new things. We usually cook about the same things every week. I have the same thing for breakfast every week. We have the same thing for lunches. So our grocery bill stays roughly the same. So we do make a list, and we buy basically the same. So I can go in there and know how much the grocery bill is going to cost most of the time. And then we try not to eat out a lot. We try not to buy extras. And we kind of know, now that we've done this for a while, what we can afford and what we can't. So let's say that we are working on the 10th pay period and we're almost to the 25th. And let's say that the money in the checking account is getting a little bit small. And that's usually how it works when we're getting to the next pay period. You guys, we are people that, I wouldn't say we live paycheck to paycheck, because we have taken out so much on payday to pay debt. If you've not seen my snowball video, I will link that in a card above. So we worked really hard since 2018 to create a nice snowball to get debt paid off. So I will be talking about that in, I think it's June 10th, about where we are sitting on the snowball. If you've not seen my video where we talk about how we paid the truck off 2 months early, I'll walk you through our snowball pages there. Check that budget chat video in a card above. So if we are working towards that, and we know the checking account's getting a little thin towards the end, we will know, hey, we can't buy as many groceries, or no, we can't go eat out this week. So we adjust our spending based on how much is in our checking account and how many days that we have left. Because remember, in the beginning, on payday, on the 10th, we have at least $550 on payday that goes to pay a debt. Then on the 25th, we have $450 that on payday goes to pay debt. So that is part of our bills. So paying off debt is part of the 10th paycheck, and it's part of the 25th paycheck. And I will tell you that, yes, our paychecks by the very end, we're going, ooh, I'm glad we get paid soon, because we have maxed out our debt paying. So you guys, we are trying to live with less right now to get some of our debt paid off, because it is that important, especially right now with these times of uncertainty. We are pushing all of our extra money to pay off these debts. So yes, by the end, we are kind of skimping it to get to that next hurdle, that next pay period. So we are doing that, but we make sure to pay our debt on the 25th, and the 10th. And then anything else that's left over is what we use for food, for gas, for groceries and eating out and dog medicine and pet food and all of that. So it can get tight at times, especially right now because we've maxed out our snowball to get some of this debt completely taken care of. But it feels amazing when all of those debts are paid off. So you guys, that is all for this video. So I hope it's answered some of your questions about the zero balance budget and why my family does not follow that. So in the comments below, I want you guys to share with me, do you follow the zero-based budget? How do you make it work? Or just how do you budget? What do you find most beneficial for you and your family? So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.